Good afternoon, traders. My name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report. And actually, we do have some nice movements on the market right now. I scanned the charts before this webinar, and I found really decent trading setups for you. Well, we do have global risk off mode. Which is not triggered by any particular event. It's probably the combination of a few factors like also take profit action and a bit of Catalonia and other geopolitical risks. We do have nice movements on currencies, like for example New Zealand dollar, British pound for example as well, and I will show you that. But before we will look at the charts, as always we have to start with the macro calendar. And as you can see, the macro calendar is pretty rich because we had data overnight. First of all, very good data from Australia, which helped from the job market, which helped to create a positive sentiment on Australian dollar across the market on many crosses. We also had mixed data from China, retail sales better, industrial production better. GDP came lower than the last time, but it was in line with expectations. So in overall, this data was considered positive. That's why, and it also helped Australian dollars. Australia and China are big trading partners. Another important one was retail sales from UK, which came negative. And the drop was bigger than expectations, so British pound suffered and suffers. We are still waiting for data, jobless claims from US as always on Thursday, but today we will also have talks between Donald Trump and Janet Yellen, which will be definitely important. From the things, not from calendar, the Catalonian government refused to drop the claims for independence, but actually it did not affect euro in a negative way. So it's like a nuclear option for Spain. But as you can see, we do have a risk-off mode on the stocks market, but euro is not losing actually. Retail sales from UK caused a drop on the cable and British pound. We all know that. But we had also important developments in New Zealand, because New Zealand First Party will back opposition Labour Party to form government, and that was negative information for New Zealand dollar. So for example, Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar went significantly higher because of the combination of this better data from the job market and this negative, this uncertainty from New Zealand. So that was interesting, and that's actually a very good trading setup, which I will show you in a second. So we do have this nuclear option in Spain. Because after Spain refused, after Catalonia refused to drop claims for independence, Spain will move forward and they will suspend all the powers of the Catalan government. So this is considered as this nuclear option, and that's it. We do have strong drops on indexes, but I will show you that in a second. Okay, Let's see the charts, and this is euro dollar. And on euro dollar, we are talking about this head and shoulder pattern. So the left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder here. Yesterday it was possible. Well, it was kind of also probable, because everything is possible, but it was probable because we were below this resistance and this resistance. But then the price reversed, created double bottom formation, reversed above this support, which is very important because you can see that it was broken and then used as a support. And the price aimed here, let me adjust this line here, aimed for the next resistance, yellow one here, and the upper line of the flag. If the price will close above 118.40, so above the yellow area, that will be a signal to go long. Why is that? Because that will be a legitimate breakout from the flag formation. Here is the flag with those blue lines. Flag is a trend continuation pattern, and it continues this trend here on the euro dollar. And that will be also denial of the inverse of the head and shoulder pattern. So if the price does not want to go down, it will most probably it will go up. And this is a very good trade in terms of risk to reward ratio, because for example you can enter here, stop loss should be here like 100 pips, and potential target is 230 pips. So it's more than 2 to 1. The potential profit is more than twice as big as potential loss. Very promising situation on euro dollar. We will see how this situation will develop, but again, there is no buy signal here yet. We need to see the candlestick H4 candle closing above 118.40, and for that we do have 5 pips. 5 pips to this price, but we need to see that at the end of the H4 candle. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar. This is a good one, and it's still pushing higher, so that's complete capitulation of the sellers. But from the very beginning, guys, remember those? We created that yesterday, so we told you that a breakout of the upper line of this triangle should trigger a buy signal, breakout of the lower line should trigger a sell signal. So are you happy with that? Are you happy with 200 pips trading signal? I think, well, signal. That wasn't a signal, but our view that resulted in a trading signal. I'm happy. We broke first important resistance here, which now should act as a support. So we do have a bullish breakout from the symmetric triangle pattern. Fair enough, that looks very promising. But what's that black line here? What is this black line doing here? Well, I will tell you, that's an upper line of the symmetric triangle formation, long-term symmetric triangle, which is present on this chart since 2013. And this actually can be a huge game changer here, because that's a breakout of the upper line of the triangle, which triggers a long-term buy signal. First potential target for this is here. Now it's like 90 pips from here, and we should get there. Even with this strong upswing here, I think that the price will eventually get there. After that, we can have some kind of a correction, maybe aiming the support, but at the end of the day, what we should see a bullish breakout of this area, and the potential target, I would say, can be somewhere here. And also, if you look on Fibos in the long term, but I need to change the colors here, maybe black. Okay, first target is we can delete those Fibos, not those, I'm sorry about those green lines. They're no longer relevant. Okay, this is not needed anymore. Fibos again. So, my friends, first target is a blue area. Second target is 38.2. fourth target is 50% and fifth target is here. 900 pips. I think that the price should eventually get there. That's a long-term buying opportunity. It looks like a decent trading setup. As you can see here, triangle, the price went lower, triangle. Why not the price getting here? Next one, Australian dollar to American dollar. Remember this is an important resistance, support here, which was with us since August 2016. It was around till the end of the year, then in February, then in March, and then after the breakout we do have a first test of that. Okay, and the first test of this support, and there's definitely an uptrend here. The first test of this support gives us inverse head and shoulder pattern, right? This is the support. We do have left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. And actually, there is a normal neckline here, but there is also this horizontal support, horizontal resistance marked with green color. And I would say that it's important. That even the price closing above the green area will be a positive signal. We don't have to wait till the breakout of this neckline. I would say that the positive sentiment will be triggered once the price will break this green area. We don't have to wait for the purple neckline, in my opinion. Next one, dollar index. So, dollar index, we know it's 70% of euro. So when on euro dollar we had the head and shoulder formation, on dollar index we had inverse head and shoulder formation. And here also, it won't result most probably with a breakout here, but it will result with a breakout of the lower line of the flag or wedge. It doesn't matter. But here I would wait, not sell here, but I would sell only after the breakout of this yellow support. Right, so not yet, but breakout here should trigger a sell signal. Also looks promising. We will see after today's talks, right? Janet Yellen with Donald Trump. We will see if we will have any inside informations, rumors or something. And that will influence the dollar index. And the fact that the dollar is losing ground is affecting precious metals, because precious metals created a reversal patterns, like for example here, silver. Well, left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. That's an inverse head and shoulder formation. Let me show you on a smaller time frame. I don't normally go to M15, but this is an inverse head and shoulder pattern. After that, we should see the movement to 23.6 again, but the thing is that this price action is not very encouraging to do so. That can be a dangerous, that's a dangerous sign. After this, the price should go like gradually higher. This looks like a rejection. Gold made a positive movement here. That's kind of a triple bottom formation. They broke the horizontal support here, support, resistance. They came back above, which is a positive sign. And as long as we stay above this pink, or I don't know, let's call that pink. As long as we are above this area, the sentiment is positive. Euro to Japanese yen. That can be a false breakout pattern here. So watch out when going long here. But in general, it does not look bad. So buy signal is still on the table. American dollar to Canadian dollar. As American dollar is losing a bit of strength, we are coming back to the scenario of this head and shoulder formation. What we need for a trading signal is the breakout of the blue support. Yeah, breakout of the blue support, which is in the same time at neckline, should trigger a sell signal. And in the same time, breakout of the upper line here should trigger a buy signal, so we have to be aware of that there is a sideways trend. The price is moving in a tight range. I think it's around 100 pips as far as I remember. 150 pips, yeah. And well, you shouldn't be concerned. Well, you shouldn't like focus in which direction it will happen. You're a trader and you can go both ways. You don't care if Canadian dollar will be stronger or weaker against the American dollar. If you're not a Canadian importer or exporter, so it does not really matter to you. All it matters that a trader can go both ways and can earn money trading both sides. And DAX. So on DAX, what do we have here? This is a false breakout. That's a signal to reverse. We are defending important local support. Why is it important? Because these are tops from here, from June. That's why it's important. And a breakout here can trigger a bigger correction. So let me show you what is the possible target for this correction, eventual correction. Well, I guess that 38.2 won't be so bad here because it was a nice resistance here. That can be a nice potential target, but for that we need to break this support first, and the support is working. British pound, here we can see a reaction after retail sales, not very good. We didn't get this breakout, so maybe if the price now does not want to go up, it will probably go down. But again, we do not have a sell signal as well, because the price is still in a wedge formation, flag wedge. So as long as we are above this line, the sentiment is not negative and is not positive, it's neutral. British pound to Australian dollar. Finally, we do have a breakout of this horizontal support, which was very, very important since the middle of September. As you can see, support end of September, beginning of October, middle of October, and yeah, middle of October as we are now. And that's a breakout. The next candle is making lower lows and lower highs, which increases the chances for success for this. So actually from here, that's a legitimate sell signal with all the technicals in one place. Now let's see the potential target. Okay, that will be better. Here, potential target is here, 440 pips. Potential stop loss is here, 130, which makes a good risk to reward ratio. Small risk, big potential reward. Let me show you let me check the swaps. Yeah, swap for short position is positive, so for going short, you gained an opportunity to make a carry trade, right? To earn money from the movement and from the positive swaps as well. Yeah, that's quite a good trading opportunity. Unfortunately, my trading strategy, I remember that my trading strategy, my trading approach did not work well with pairs like GBP and something. Not cable, but GBP CAD, GBP JPY, British pound to Canadian dollar, etc., etc. On those pairs, my strategy, my approach, my price action approach did not work well, and actually I checked that on various occasions on my stats on my account, and always the worst trades I had on GBP something, right? So I'm extra careful when I analyze situation on this pair. And Bitcoin is back. Bitcoin is back. We were aiming the trend line. We didn't get there. We are about to make new local highs. Did we use this line for a bounce? Well, maybe. I think that's more of a coincidence. American dollar to Swiss franc. What's that? That's a double top formation. That's also a false breakout. This one. Price closing below this horizontal resistance can trigger sell signal, especially again that it's a false breakout of the trend line. That's a false breakout of this horizontal resistance. So all that together is negative. It's negative for American dollar to Swiss franc. There's less support here. Breakout of the blue line should trigger the movement to the green line, and then after that to the orange line. WTI is continuing. Well, I'm happy that we didn't break this pink resistance straight away, because that allows us to create an ascending triangle pattern. So horizontal resistance and inclined support. Here, here, here. That would be very nice to see something like that. That would be a very technical pattern. We'll see if it's gonna happen. If it will, I will be very happy, because I like when the price is moving technically. British pound to American dollar. So we bounce from this horizontal resistance. I think we can adjust this red area to the recent price swings, because obviously, yes, historically it was better higher, like here and here and here, but we need to adjust to the latest situation, right? If the price does not want to respect that movements, we have to mark the levels that are respected, not that we think that they should work, only those that really do work. So we do have those line connecting recent lower highs. Nice support here and a resistance, horizontal resistance and a horizontal support. Sell stop here wouldn't be such a bad idea, by the way. Last few instruments: American dollar to Russian ruble, defense, Russian ruble defense, well, American dollar defends this horizontal support, not horizontal but dynamic support. As long as we stay above the blue line, there is no sell signal on this instrument. Let me see if Polish zloty is also behaving like that. Polish zloty is a bit stronger than the ruble. We are still in a triangle. Well, we can call it even a descending triangle, which would be pretty nice, because descending triangle is one of my favorite patterns. And in a downtrend, descending triangle should trigger a sell signal. So entering with a short position here after the breakout, aiming 351 wouldn't be a bad idea at all. I would say like 600 pips. That would be a pretty good trading opportunity. I will definitely think about that. Looks promising. Euro to British pound. No technical setup here, unfortunately. The price is a bit in a mess, which I don't like. So this support was not respected. We are in the middle between a horizontal resistance and a dynamic support, which makes the situation not very clear for me, because I like when we do have a movement, trend movement, and now we're having like a sideways movement, which is not very interesting for me. American dollar to Mexican peso, as we expected, that the price touched the uptrend line here. It is still used as support. Breakout of this trend line should trigger a movement to the red area. Why the red area? Because as you can see, historically since the September, but September 2016 it is used very, very often. Here, 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 here. And after the breakout of this uptrend line, the price should test that again. S&P 500, here is this ultra positive sentiment from yesterday when the price broke the upper line of the channel up formation, and then we crashed. And well, that is why I'm not trading on indexes right now, because for me those prices are just too big, too high, and everything can happen with that. Well, look at that. That's not the best place to be. So far so good. Well, 38.2 looks promising. Here is a potential target for this upswing, but first of all they need to break this, and then maybe they can think about going there. And New Zealand dollar to Singaporean dollar. That's a bit unfortunate, right? That's a bit unfortunate, because I will tell you something, right? I analyzed this, well, not analyzed, but I opened this chart yesterday on this webinar about MetaTrader 4, and I did an analysis on it, and I said that, whoa, that's a nice selling opportunity here, but we needed to break this, or we did. No, it was yesterday. So yeah, I told that, well, once we'll have a bearish breakout here, that will be a sell signal, and that's actually what happened. Look, obviously we had a huge help from the fundamentals, but still technical analysis was predicting that, was promoting a downswing, because there was a downtrend, there was this bounce from the horizontal resistance, the price estimated this horizontal support. It was also, you know, we had this trend continuation pattern. Let's name it a wedge. We broke the lower line of the wedge, which triggers a sell signal. We broke this horizontal support, which triggers a sell signal. So that was all negative. So as you can see, actually today we do have really decent trading setups, which are looking extra promising, and some of them are midterm. Well, most of them are midterm, because I'm operating only in the midterm, but some of them are very long-term situations, also with a positive swap points. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that webinar, and tomorrow we'll try to look for more. And now should break, and after that webinar about technical analysis. So I hope to see you all there. Thanks very much and goodbye. And if you want more occasions, trading setups or analysis, you have to visit our Twitter account and our website alpari.news. Thanks very much and goodbye.